Tom Sullivan, you know the name.
That's right, and you definitely know his voice. For decades, Atlantans have woken up to him on the radio.
And that part you know, but here's what you don't know. The I-Team's Dana Fowle says he's somewhat of an eBay expert, and he has quite a story to tell.
Isn't that interesting?
You never know about people,
I
do
know,
you?
you never know. You know, he's been a seller and a buyer on eBay since the mid-90s. That's when it got started. Tom Sullivan knows the ins and the outs of what works and what doesn't. And he recently had a case where the seller, he says, did him wrong, but he fought back. Here's that story.
Pretty much a drained man.
And it takes a lot to drain this guy.
Yeah!
This longtime Atlanta radio and TV host is terminally upbeat, but not afraid to throw his hand up if he thinks he's been had. Which brings us to Tom Sullivan's side job, buying and selling on eBay. He's been active on the online auction site since its early days.
I've been doing it since 1998.
So when he was planning a mission trip to Africa, he knew just where to turn for 2 weeks worth of expensive sun protection clothing. eBay. He wanted pants like these. They retail for about 80 bucks. On eBay, they were being sold used, but the ad says in very good condition.
These were a steal. $15.99.
Sold. He snapped them up, but he later complained to eBay. What was advertised and what arrived were two different things.
They were not as described, grossly not as described. They had 3 pinholes in the right leg. They were missing a button, a middle button. There was no drawstring as advertised.
In this note, Tom asked for a partial refund, but the seller said no. It escalated. The Washington seller accused him of buyer fraud and extortion, claiming the pants had zippers, not buttons, and that he never claimed there was a drawstring.
And I said, okay, this guy is really out of line. So that's when I cut them off for talking to them, and you open a case. And the minute you open a case, eBay's involved, and you don't have to communicate with your buyer anymore, your seller.
This is what eBay's resolution department had, pictures that show a missing button. And the seller's ad that in fact does say there is a drawstring. Case closed? Yes, but not the way you'd think.
I came home, got online, and goes, the case has been closed. eBay decided in the seller's favor. Sorry it didn't work out.
Tom, also a part-time MC, used all of that energy he uses to get crowds on their feet to push back. If you haven't been on eBay in a while, you can actually now call someone, get them on the phone.
It rings, hi, this is Destiny. I thought, that's a good sign right there.
And it was. She reviewed his case right there while he was on the phone and made a very quick decision.
We actually made an error, and we closed the case too soon. And so we're going to overturn the case in your favor.
And just like that, he says he got his money back. He is convinced that it helped a lot that his emails remained businesslike and never personal, never any name calling.
It's like David versus Goliath. You know, here I am, you know, triumphant against a huge faceless company like eBay.
First, let me say he's always that happy. I'm not kidding. Okay, this is Tom's expert advice on doing business on eBay. Before you bid, ask every question in the world you can even think of to the seller. That way there are no surprises on either end. And no matter how ugly the other person gets, don't go there. This is probably good advice for life. Always remain professional, even if you're furious, because eBay in a dispute goes back and examines all of those emails, and you want to be the good guy in their eyes.
That's right. Big old smile on his face all the time.
It's
That's
all
awesome
the
to
time.
see.
Yeah.
But can you return an item on eBay if you're not happy with it?
Yeah, and you know, and he had that option too, but things had clearly escalated.
Right.
I mean, one of the first things you should do is check the return section. Some will say up front, you buy it, you own it. But a lot of times these days, returns are possible, but in a limited time frame, often 14 days. So yeah, you can get your money back.
We can learn a lot from him.
Yes.
Yes,
a lot of ways,
just about
A lot of things, yeah.
happy. Yeah.
All right, Dana.
Dana,
thanks
thank
a
you very
bunch.
much.